So what's new for this year? Like last year, it's somewhat of a similar message. A lot of what we're doing within the engineering department, unfortunately, is being driven by the federal government and the need to swap engines. So everything that we build that Oxbo manufactures, January 1st of 2018 has to have a Tier 4 final engine in it. And up to this point, there's some regulations out there that allow small equipment manufacturers such as Oxbo to flex. So we have actually been able to continue building with Tier 3 engines up through 2017, but 2018 that ends in everything we do going forward. Yes, sir. Oh. Can some not hear me, or?
It's kind of hard to hear you.
Is it? Okay. Hello? Hello? Okay, sorry about that. So the federal government has required us to go to these Tier 4 engines, and so this past year we did our first R&D project with the Tier 4, and that model will be coming out for 2017, and everything else that we manufacture will be R&D this year, so we'll have a prototype of each one of these models. So for 2017, we will have the model 8000, which is a Blueberry, 9120, and 9000, which are both primarily Caneberry machines in the field with Tier 4 engines testing. And as far as what does that mean to you, unfortunately, there is some increase in cost with those engines. They are electronic in nature, so you know, the old mechanical fuel-injected engines are going away. Requires upgrades to the electrical systems in order to be able to handle the new engine systems. However, after testing, we are seeing some improved fuel economy. So that's one thing that was somewhat unanticipated based on our prior roles into increased tier engines. So all of these will be prototypes in the fields, and all of them will be converted for 2018. However, for 2017, the 7420, or for 17, the 7420 is replaced by the 7440. The 7420 was our top load machine, so 7440 just designates that it is now Tier 4 engine. It does have an improved operator station. So previously, all our controls for the hydraulic systems to adjust speeds for belts, fans, were all placed in this area. So your line of vision to the right was decreased. We've gone to the total control joystick. So here we've got switches at the top that control the leveling of the machine, and then there's some buttons for turning the functions of the machine on. The picking head, the conveyor belts, and the fans are all turned on the joystick. And then there's also a toggle switch for locking in the diff if you're in mud. Seven-inch high-resolution color display. This basically replaces all the knobs that used to adjust everything. So it has the harvester adjustments, speed monitoring and alarms, system troubleshooting, engine monitoring, and it is a bilingual, so if you have Spanish operators, we can switch it so that everything on it is in Spanish or English. It also has anchorage counter, cruise control, and a new auto height function. So we've always had leveling, but now it's on a potentiometer, so you just set the height that you want the machine to run at, and then it will just stay level at that height, whereas before you were just raising up one side and then it was adjusting to it. So a little bit improvement in the leveling system. So we're going with a Kohler Tier 4 engines. It's a 74 horsepower, and it has an echo mode. And the echo mode, we've gone with new hydraulic pumps that load sense. So if it needs additional hydraulic flow, it will increase the speed of the engine. So in the past, we were always running the engine at full engine RPM all the time to make sure that under any circumstance we had enough hydraulic flow. So if you're turning the steering wheel or the machine has to side level or any of these things, it would, there was always hydraulic flow available because the engine was always at full speed. So with this new system, the engine is only operating typically at about 1500 RPM. And then as you're going through the row, you get to the end of the row and you go to turn the steering wheel and you'll hear the engine speed up so that it has more flow for the steering to work. Or if the leveling has to kick in while you're going down the road, you'll hear the engine speed up in order for that to happen. So with that, we saw up to a 50% increase in fuel savings. It was quite dramatic. And the reduced noise on the machine is incredible. So you can actually, while on top of the machine, working with your group, you can have conversations out there without yelling at each other. So really was a nice feature. And the engine also has increased torque for road travel. So we were similarly surprised in that. A couple of the other features of the machine, it does come with the standard front end, for shorter rows. And then we have the extended nose. This is really nice in Blackberries because you're frequently have fruit falling off in the front because some of that vibration is going forward. So this helps to catch some of that extra fruit. Our model 8000, for 2018, this will become the model 8040, again designated a Tier 4 engine. And a couple years ago, we did some work on it to improve the entry into the tunnel. Improvements to the joystick and the +1 display. I'm going to go through this quickly because this is all older stuff. And then this is the single drop design for fresh market quality. The model 9000 caneberry harvester, and this will be 9040 going forward. Some of the features of the 9000, it has the straight or the curved belts. So with the curved belts, we're reducing the drop up on the top. Knife edge fan. Can use any of our edge orber rotor, dyno rotor, or sway picking head. Positive traction for mud situations. We have various side deck options for different row widths. Currently 65 horsepower Cummins engine and 55-inch wide tunnel. And the curved belts. And our model 9120, and this will become the 9140 for 2018. Some of the features of the 9120, again, the push-pull cleaning system, which the push-pull, that is, we have air coming from the bottom underneath the belt, and then air sucking from above the belt. So when you have berries on the belt and there's some leaves on it, and the berries are sitting on top of the leaves, by having that air coming up through the belt, it helps to get that leaf to come up off of the belt and get sucked up by the upper fan without taking the berries in with it. And that's available with the orber rotor picking head and minimal drops. It's a popular machine with raspberries. Currently a Kubota engine, but it will also be switching to the Kohler for next year. Positive traction, and again, various side decks. And just we also have the grape harvester line, and again, switching to Tier 4 engines for next year. thank you very much. I was hoping to have some of Gerhard here today, but he wasn't able to make it. But Gerhard at GK Machine handles parts for us out of Donald, Oregon. And then I take care of the sales for the region. So